sonnet by Milton, and in this sonnet he expresses his grief about the obstruction he will be facing by not able to see things. He is wondering how his light is spent, which means this person is broken, thinking that one day he will go fully blind. Light here means vision. One way to think of vision is the sight through which we perceive the objects, and the other is looking in deeper meaning of life, and that's what the job of a poet is. In the next line, he is pointing towards the darker secrets of life, his obstacles. Let's see in the following lines what obstacle he is talking about. Now look at the text, please. He says, and that one talent is death to hide lodged with me useless, though my soul more bent. By these lines, he implies that God has given him the talent of writing poetry, but his present condition of blindness has obstructed his talent. Now he can no more serve the God through what God has given him. Now, I want you to pay close attention to this word talent. Talent here is a biblical reference to talent God has once imparted to his three devotees. Two of them did something with that talent, and one of them did nothing, but hid his talent within him. So God took that talent away from him. And here the poet says that unlike that one person, Milton is ready to serve him with all his heart, but this feeling can do nothing in front of his blindness. He has depicted himself helpless here, even if he want to make something out of his talent, but his current position he can do nothing. Now, he consoles himself saying that God is a doer of all things, and he knows everything, which means that he knows my condition too. I'm wanting to serve him, but he made me blind because he does everything that happens in this world, so there is no point in getting upset or gloomy. Chide means to scold, and he was afraid that God might scold him for doing nothing, but now he got the answer that God is the reason behind all the things, so maybe there must be a reason. But in all these hassle happening, he led patience to be with him. But then again a voice came from inside of him that gave him the true answer he needed at the moment. He asks himself, that does God really need a single person to serve him? He is kingly, he is imperial, he doesn't need anyone to complete his reign. He says that the person who bears his yoke, which means the burden, is also serving him. God has several people to serve him every day, from which some people are just waiting to serve him, thousand at his bidding. Now he talks about himself that people like him, who are hindered somehow, can also serve him by bearing the mild yoke and waiting. They also serve who only stand and wait. He means that he is not living his life idly, but he is waiting for his chance to serve him. This shows his faith in God. The poet feelings made a subtle transition. At first he was heartbroken about what has become of his life, but then he found a way to console himself, that God does everything, so he took my vision away from me for some unknown higher purpose. And at the very end, he finally came to terms with his blindness, saying that the people whose heart is inclined to serve is more than enough for God. God needs a pure-hearted person and nothing else. So now, poet is waiting for his turn to come when he can finally serve his true God.